Today is about you. I know what it feels like to sit on a bench. I know what it feels like to get knocked down. I know what it feels like to have a hope and a dream, and nobody believes in it but a few people. But here's what I know. Hi, this is Walter Bond, and welcome to Peak Performance Life. Every month we go over one of my 31 truths to boost peak performance. This month is one of my favorite truths because peak performers value teamwork and value teammates. I'm asked all the time, Walter, how do you build the right culture? And that's a great question because in sports, your locker room was your culture. When I played on bad teams, the locker room was bad. But when I played on great teams, the locker room was good. So the culture of your organization is critical to your success. So how do you create the right culture? You have to have great teammates. And here's 6 things that I think makes a great teammate. Key number 1, you must respect each other's skill. If you don't respect each other's skill, it's really hard to really have a good culture. But when you do respect each other's skills, all of a sudden this respect breeds the right mentality. So when I respect what you bring to the team, I look at you in the right way. The same thing happens at home. We must value people at home. You must value your kids. You must value your spouse. You should value your mom. You should value your dad. When you value people, you take much better care of them. Would you agree? So if you buy a nice luxury car, a new car, you value the car, so you take care of it. Even a nice pair of shoes. Since you value the shoes, you take care of it. The same thing is true with people. When we value one another, we make sure that we take care of them because we value them. Another thing that makes great culture that needs to be embedded and baked into your locker room, you must respect perspectives. Everyone has a different perspective. Everyone comes from a different background. Everyone's come from a different part of the country, different region. Some of your coworkers or some of your employees or colleagues come from different parts of the world. So it's impossible for us all to have the same perspective. I love to hear and experience different perspectives because a person's background is going to influence their perspective and your background is going to influence yours. That's why it's so important for us to respect each other's perspective because through this harmony, all of a sudden, we can make sure we have the best environment and culture for all of us to enjoy. Another key to a right culture and the right locker room, I have to trust you. And I can trust you a couple different ways. The number one way I trust you is that every day you come to work, you're consistent. I know exactly what you're going to bring to work every single day. I need you to be consistent, and that's how you build trust over time. But the second way I trust you is that I know you're not talking behind my back. You value me, you respect me, you enjoy me. So even when you get a chance through my weaknesses, you don't take advantage of it. You always cover me and protect me. When I played in the NBA, I knew my teammates' weaknesses, but I valued their strengths so much that weaknesses didn't matter. And the reality was this, I had my weaknesses too. And through that mutual respect of each other's skill, we were able to cover each other's weaknesses. And that's what your organization needs to become. You need to make sure that you value each other so much. A weakness, I don't even notice because I value what they do bring so well. Some other ways to build the right culture, make sure you support each other. It's so important to support each other. When I played on winning teams and I had an off night, I love when my teammates came and patted me on the back. Walt, don't worry about it, man. You'll get them next time. Hey, man, that jumper's going to fall. Keep shooting it. That support was enough to keep me encouraged, keep me confident, keep me strengthened because they understood that they needed me and they couldn't afford for my mind to go to the wrong place. So if you want to build the right culture, it's so important to support each other because here's the reality. You need to support each other because in great teams, you need to rely on each other. I mean, customer service has got to rely on sales. Sales, you have to rely on marketing. Leadership and HR. If you're going to have a great organization, everyone must rely on one another because through that reliance and that dependency, over time, teamwork is birthed, culture is birthed, and as you onboard new employees, they can't help but fit into this powerful culture that you built over time. Final thought, and this might be the biggest way to build the right culture. If you're going to have the right culture, everyone in the building needs to be focused on results. We are all inherently selfish. And because of that, if we're not careful, we come to work thinking about us, protecting us. But when I have my eye on the prize, when I'm thinking about the championship, all of a sudden, I don't even notice you or your mistakes because we are all focused on the championship. All I see is positive things. All I see is good things. I'm not saying ignore the bad things, but more importantly, the good things that's happening inside your organization, the good things that are happening inside your house should overpower all the bad things. I believe 90% of your life is good. 90% of your organization is good. 90% of your family is good. So we all have a choice. We can focus on the 90% that's good, or we can focus on the 10% that is bad. Don't let your 10% ruin your life. Be a great teammate and make sure you focus on the 90. Because when I grew up, if I got a 90 on the test, it was good enough for me. Make sure you are a good teammate and protect your culture at all costs. Hi, this is Walter Bond, and I want to give you something special right now. Do you guys know that executive coaching is one of the fastest growing business segments in corporate America? CEOs around the world are seeking out coaches. Everyone understands in sports that you need coaches to reach your potential. But what corporate America is starting to figure out is that the same dynamic is true when it comes to business. So I don't care if you're an entrepreneur, I don't care if you're an executive, I don't care if you're just a professional who's trying to get to that next level, we all need coaching. So in our Peak Performance Huddle, we've created a coaching program just for you. And since it's a group coaching program, it's very affordable. And I think it's a no-brainer. You get to hear my voice every single day. We do a live call once a week. And inside of our huddle, in our portal, there's tons of webinars, downloadable information, all kind of tools that can help you get to that next level. Because you can't get to that next level by yourself. Our coaching program is based on the 31 truths to boost peak performance. If you master, or when you master these 31 truths, I promise you one thing, we will increase your value. And as your value increases, so will the bottom line for you as an individual, but also your company. So why in the world would you not engage and invest in coaching? Peak performers understand that success is a team sport, and in the Peak Performance Huddle, you have a chance to join our team. Don't miss out. We believe it's a no-brainer, and I want you to sign up because I want you to hear my voice every single day, because I will recondition your subconscious mind for a higher level of success. Join the Peak Performance Huddle, and I promise you one thing, you will get every dime you invest, you will get it back tenfold.